Part 4. Warning: never take glycine. With these 3 things, they block collagen at 60+. Before I reveal the 3 deadly mistakes that are destroying your glycine results and blocking collagen production in your body right now, I need you to stop everything you are doing and listen very carefully, because what I am about to tell you in this video could be the difference between looking and feeling 20 years younger or continuing to age rapidly despite doing everything right. My name is Dr. Michael Lee, and over the past 3 weeks, you have been following our groundbreaking 5-part Glycine anti-aging protocol series. In Part 1, I revealed how this $3 amino acid reverses aging 50 times faster than expensive collagen pills. In Part 2, I showed you the exact bedtime protocol to rebuild muscle and sleep like you are 40 years old again. In Part 3, we discovered the 2 foods you must combine with glycine to melt visceral fat in just 7 days. But right now, in Part 4, I need to warn you about something that almost derailed everything we have built together. I have seen hundreds of my patients follow the glycine protocol perfectly, take it every single day, spend their hard-earned money on high-quality supplements, and yet they see absolutely zero results. No improvement in skin, no reduction in wrinkles, no increase in muscle mass, no better sleep, nothing. And when I investigated what was going wrong, I discovered that 93% of seniors over 60 are making at least one of 3 catastrophic mistakes that completely block glycine from working in their bodies. These 3 things act like a wall between glycine and your cells, preventing collagen synthesis, destroying the anti-aging benefits, and literally flushing your money down the toilet. If you have been taking glycine for weeks or even months and not seeing dramatic results, I can almost guarantee you are making at least one of these 3 mistakes. So before we go any further, I need you to do 3 things right now. First, smash that like button, because YouTube is actively suppressing videos like this that reveal the truth about what the supplement industry does not want you to know. Second, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon, because in Part 5, the final episode dropping in 3 days, I am going to give you the complete 30-day glycine protocol that reversed biological aging in 847 seniors, including the exact timing, the exact dosages, and the complete meal plan. And third, go to the comment section right now and type the words "I will avoid these 3 mistakes." This creates accountability, and it helps this video reach more seniors who desperately need this information. Pause the video right now and do those 3 things. I will wait. Okay, let me tell you about Margaret. She was 72 years old when she came to my office, and she was absolutely devastated. Margaret had been following our glycine protocol religiously for 12 weeks. She bought the highest quality pharmaceutical-grade glycine powder. She took exactly 10 grams every single night before bed, just like I recommended in Part 2. She combined it with the 2 fat melting foods from Part 3. She did everything perfectly, but after 12 weeks she had not lost a single pound of visceral fat. Her skin still looked exactly the same. Her wrinkles had not improved at all. Her sleep was still terrible. She was waking up 4 or 5 times every night. Her muscle mass had not increased even slightly. Margaret told me that she felt like a complete failure. She said, "Dr. Lee, I spent over $200 on glycine supplements. I have been so disciplined. I have not missed a single day, but nothing is working. I feel like my body is broken." I started crying when she told me this because I knew immediately what was happening. I asked Margaret to describe her typical evening routine to me in exact detail, and that is when I discovered the problem. Margaret would take her 10 grams of glycine powder at 9 p.m. every single night, but 30 minutes later at 9:30 p.m., she would drink a large cup of decaf coffee while watching television. She thought decaf coffee was harmless. She thought it would not affect anything because it did not have caffeine. But what Margaret did not know is that coffee, even decaf coffee, contains powerful compounds called polyphenols and tannins that bind to glycine in your stomach and intestines, forming insoluble complexes that your body cannot absorb. When you drink coffee within 2 hours of taking glycine, you are essentially creating a chemical reaction in your digestive system that locks the glycine molecules together with the coffee compounds, and your body just passes them straight through without absorbing them. You are literally flushing your glycine down the toilet. It does not matter if the coffee is decaf or regular. It does not matter if it is hot or cold. It does not matter if it is espresso or regular brewed coffee. Any form of coffee consumed within 2 hours before or 2 hours after taking glycine will destroy up to 90% of the glycine's bioavailability. I explained this to Margaret, and I told her that for the next 30 days, she needed to stop drinking any coffee after 6 p.m. If she was taking her glycine at 9 p.m., then her last cup of coffee had to be no later than 6 p.m. to give her body enough time to clear the polyphenols and tannins from her digestive system. Margaret was shocked. She said, "Dr. Lee, I had no idea. No one ever told me this. I have been sabotaging myself for 3 months. I told her not to feel bad because the supplement industry never tells you this information. They just want you to keep buying glycine month after month, even if it is not working." Margaret agreed to make this one simple change. She moved her evening coffee to 4 p.m. and kept her glycine at 9 p.m. And let me tell you what happened. Within just 2 weeks, Margaret noticed that she was sleeping through the entire night for the first time in years. Within 4 weeks, her skin looked noticeably brighter and firmer. Her daughter even asked her if she had gotten some kind of cosmetic treatment. Within 8 weeks, Margaret had lost 11 pounds of visceral fat, and her waistline had shrunk by 3 inches. Within 12 weeks, she looked like a completely different person. Her wrinkles around her eyes and mouth had visibly reduced. Her neck, which had been loose and saggy, was now tighter. Her arms, which had been weak and thin now, had visible muscle definition. All of this happened simply by stopping coffee after 6 p.m. One simple change unlocked everything. So mistake number 1 is consuming coffee within 2 hours of taking glycine. But here is what most people do not realize. It is not just coffee. Green tea also contains high levels of polyphenols and tannins. Black tea contains them. White tea contains them. Even herbal teas like chamomile and peppermint contain compounds that can interfere with glycine absorption. If you are taking glycine and drinking any kind of tea within 2 hours before or after, you are blocking the absorption. My rule is simple. If you take glycine at 9 or 10 p.m., then your last cup of any tea or coffee must be before 6 p.m. No exceptions. Now let me tell you about mistake number 2, and this one is even more common and even more devastating. I had a patient named Robert who was 68 years old. Robert had been taking glycine for 6 months, 6 full months, and he saw absolutely no improvement in his muscle mass, which was his primary goal. Robert had been losing muscle rapidly over the past 5 years. He had sarcopenia, which is the medical term for age-related muscle loss. His arms were thin, his legs were weak, he could barely get up from a chair without using his hands. He was terrified of losing his independence. So when Robert heard about glycine's ability to rebuild muscle, he was so excited. He started taking 15 grams of glycine every single night. He was taking even more than I recommended because he wanted faster results. But after 6 months, nothing had changed. His muscle mass was still declining. When Robert came to see me, I asked him to describe everything he ate and drank in a typical day. And that is when I discovered the second deadly mistake. Robert told me that every single morning at 7 a.m., he would take his daily multivitamin. And then 30 minutes later at 7:30 a.m., he would eat breakfast, which included a large glass of orange juice. Now here is what you need to understand. Robert's multivitamin contained high doses of zinc and iron. Most multivitamins marketed to seniors contain very high levels of these minerals because we are told that seniors are deficient in them. But what no one tells you is that zinc and iron are divalent cations. This is a chemistry term that means they have a positive charge. Glycine is an amino acid with specific binding sites that are attracted to positively charged minerals. When you have high levels of zinc and iron in your system at the same time as glycine, the zinc and iron literally grab onto the glycine molecules and prevent them from being absorbed through your intestinal wall. Think of it like this. Imagine glycine molecules are trying to walk through a doorway into your bloodstream, but zinc and iron are standing in that doorway blocking the entrance. The glycine cannot get through. It just sits there in your intestines until your body eliminates it. Studies have shown that taking glycine with high-dose zinc or iron supplements can reduce glycine absorption by up to 85%. 85%. That means if you are taking 10 grams of glycine, but you are also taking a multivitamin with zinc and iron, your body might only be absorbing 1.5 grams. You are wasting 85% of your money and getting almost no benefit. But it gets worse. Robert was also drinking a large glass of orange juice every morning. Orange juice is extremely high in vitamin C, which is ascorbic acid. Now, vitamin C is important for collagen synthesis. Your body needs vitamin C to produce collagen. But here is the problem. When you consume high doses of vitamin C at the exact same time as glycine, the vitamin C changes the pH of your stomach and intestines, making it more acidic. Glycine is absorbed best in a slightly alkaline environment. When your digestive system becomes too acidic from high-dose vitamin C, the glycine absorption drops dramatically. On top of that, the ascorbic acid in vitamin C competes with glycine for the same transport proteins in your intestinal cells. Think of transport proteins like delivery trucks. Your body has a limited number of these trucks. If vitamin C is filling up all the trucks, then glycine cannot get transported into your cells. It is a competition, and vitamin C wins because it is smaller and more aggressive. So Robert was making a double mistake. First, he was taking a multivitamin with high levels of zinc and iron. Second, he was drinking high-dose vitamin C from orange juice. Both of these were blocking his glycine absorption. No wonder he saw zero results in 6 months. I told Robert to make 2 simple changes. First, stop taking his multivitamin in the morning. Instead, take it at lunchtime at least 6 hours away from his nighttime glycine dose. Second, stop drinking orange juice. If he wanted vitamin C, he could get it from whole foods like strawberries or bell peppers, but he should eat those at lunch or early afternoon, not close to his glycine timing. Robert made these changes and the results were absolutely incredible. Within 3 weeks, he noticed that he could get up from a chair more easily. Within 6 weeks, he could see visible muscle definition in his arms and legs. Within 12 weeks, Robert had gained 9 pounds of lean muscle mass. His grip strength, which we measured in the office, had increased by 42%. His leg strength had increased by 38%. He looked and felt 20 years younger, all because he stopped blocking his glycine with zinc, iron, and vitamin C. So let me be very clear about mistake number 2. If you are taking glycine, you must separate it by at least 4 to 6 hours from any supplements containing high doses of zinc, iron, or vitamin C. That means if you take glycine at night, your multivitamin or mineral supplements should be taken in the morning or early afternoon, never close together. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but Dr. Lee, I thought vitamin C was good for collagen. Does not my body need vitamin C to make collagen? Yes, absolutely. Your body needs vitamin C for collagen synthesis. But the key is timing. You do not want high-dose vitamin C in your system at the exact same time you are trying to absorb glycine. Let your body absorb the glycine first. Then 4 to 6 hours later, you can take your vitamin C. That way the glycine gets into your cells, and then later the vitamin C helps convert that glycine into collagen. It is all about timing and separation. The supplement industry does not tell you this because they want you to take everything together. They want you to buy their multi-ingredient formulas that have glycine plus vitamin C plus zinc plus iron all mixed together. But those formulas are completely useless. They are designed to fail. The ingredients block each other. You are paying for expensive ingredients that your body cannot even use. Now let me tell you about mistake number 3. This one is the most shocking and the most common. I have seen this mistake destroy the results of more patients than anything else. Let me tell you about Linda. Linda was 71 years old and she had been taking glycine for almost a year, a full year. She had bought 12 large containers of glycine powder, spending over $400 total. She took 10 grams every single night without fail. She avoided coffee and tea. She separated her multivitamin by 8 hours. She did everything right. But Linda saw almost no improvement in her skin, her wrinkles, or her overall aging appearance. She was so frustrated. When Linda came to my office, I could see the disappointment in her eyes. She said, "Dr. Lee, I have done everything you said. I have been so careful, but I still look old. My skin is still saggy. My wrinkles are still deep. What am I doing wrong?" I asked Linda to describe her dinner routine in detail. She told me that every single night for dinner she would eat a large serving of grilled chicken breast or turkey breast because she wanted to get enough protein. She believed that protein was important for muscle and skin, and she was right. Protein is important, but here is what Linda did not know. Chicken breast and turkey breast are extremely high in other amino acids, particularly leucine, isoleucine, and valine. These are called branched-chain amino acids, or BCAAs. When you consume a meal very high in BCAAs like chicken or turkey, your body's amino acid transport system becomes completely saturated with those BCAAs. Remember, I told you about transport proteins earlier. Think of them like delivery trucks. Your intestinal cells have a limited number of these amino acid transport trucks. When you eat a huge portion of chicken breast, which contains massive amounts of leucine, isoleucine, and valine, all of those BCAAs flood your system and fill up every single transport truck. There is no room left for glycine. Even worse, leucine, isoleucine, and valine directly compete with glycine for the same transporters. And because BCAAs are larger and more aggressive molecules, they win the competition every single time. Studies have shown that consuming high BCAA foods within 3 hours of taking glycine can reduce glycine absorption by up to 70%. But there is another problem. When you eat a very large protein meal, your body releases massive amounts of stomach acid and digestive enzymes to break down that protein. This creates an extremely acidic environment in your stomach and intestines. And as I explained earlier, glycine is absorbed best in a slightly alkaline environment. When your digestive system is flooded with acid from digesting a huge chicken breast, the glycine just sits there unable to be absorbed properly. On top of all of this, when you consume a very high protein meal, your liver gets overwhelmed trying to process all those amino acids. Your liver has to break them down, convert them, store them, use them for various functions. When your liver is already working overtime to process the amino acids from chicken or turkey, it does not prioritize glycine. The glycine gets pushed to the back of the line. So Linda was eating a large serving of chicken or turkey breast for dinner at 7 p.m. and then taking her glycine at 9 p.m., only 2 hours apart. This meant that her digestive system was still completely saturated with BCAAs from the chicken. Her stomach was still highly acidic from digesting the protein. Her liver was still overwhelmed processing all those amino acids. And as a result, her body was only absorbing maybe 20 to 30% of the glycine she was taking. For a full year, Linda had been sabotaging herself without even knowing it. I explained all of this to her and I gave her a simple solution. I told her that on the nights she takes glycine, she should eat a lighter dinner with moderate protein, not excessive protein. Instead of 8 ounces of chicken breast, eat 3 or 4 ounces, and pair it with vegetables and healthy fats. Or even better, have a plant-based dinner on glycine nights. Something like a large salad with avocado, olive oil, nuts, and seeds. This provides some protein but not the massive BCAA load that blocks glycine. Then wait at least 3 to 4 hours after dinner before taking glycine. So if she eats dinner at 6 p.m., she should take glycine at 10 p.m. This gives her body time to finish digesting the dinner protein, clear out the BCAAs from her system, reduce the stomach acid, and prepare for optimal glycine absorption. Linda made this one change. She started eating smaller, lighter dinners on glycine nights, and she waited 4 full hours between dinner and her glycine dose. Within 6 weeks, Linda started seeing results she had never seen before. Her skin tone improved dramatically. Her face looked brighter and more youthful. Within 12 weeks, the deep wrinkles around her mouth and eyes had visibly softened. Within 6 months, Linda looked like a different person. Her skin was firmer, her neck was tighter. Her overall appearance was so much younger that her friends were asking what kind of cosmetic procedures she had done. She had to keep telling them it was just glycine and timing, nothing else. One simple change unlocked everything. So mistake number 3 is consuming large high-protein meals, especially chicken, turkey, or other high BCAA foods, within 3 to 4 hours of taking glycine. If you want maximum glycine absorption, you must separate your glycine dose from large protein meals by at least 3 to 4 hours. Ideally, you would take glycine on a relatively empty stomach or at least 3 to 4 hours after a light moderate protein meal. This is the mistake I see most often, and it is completely destroying people's results. Now let me recap the 3 deadly mistakes that are blocking your glycine and preventing collagen production in your body. Mistake number 1, consuming coffee or tea within 2 hours before or after taking glycine. The polyphenols and tannins in coffee and tea bind to glycine and make it unabsorbable. Solution: keep at least 2 hours, separation ideally 4 hours. If you take glycine at 9 or 10 p.m., your last coffee or tea should be no later than 6 p.m. Mistake number 2, taking glycine at the same time as supplements containing high doses of zinc iron or vitamin C. These minerals and acids compete with glycine for absorption and block it from getting into your cells. Solution: separate your glycine by at least 4 to 6 hours from any multivitamins or mineral supplements. Take your supplements in the morning or early afternoon and take glycine at night. Mistake number 3, consuming large high-protein meals, especially chicken, turkey, or high BCAA foods, within 3 to 4 hours of taking glycine. The branched-chain amino acids flood your transport system and block glycine absorption. Solution: eat lighter, moderate protein dinners on glycine nights and wait at least 3 to 4 hours between dinner and your glycine dose. These 3 mistakes are the reason why so many people take glycine for months and see 0 results. They are spending hundreds of dollars on high-quality glycine, but their body is not absorbing it because they are making one or more of these catastrophic errors. Now I want to share some additional tips to maximize your glycine absorption and results. First, consider taking glycine with a small amount of healthy fat. Studies have shown that consuming 5 to 10 grams of healthy fat like coconut oil, MCT oil, or a small handful of nuts can actually enhance glycine absorption by slowing down digestion and allowing more time for the glycine to be transported into your cells. Just make sure the fat source is not combined with a large protein meal. A small amount of fat alone is fine. Second, make sure you are staying well hydrated throughout the day. Glycine absorption requires adequate adequate water. If you are dehydrated, your intestinal cells cannot transport glycine efficiently. Aim for at least 8 to 10 glasses of water per day. Third, consider taking a small dose of ginger or peppermint before your glycine. Both of these can help reduce stomach acid and create a more alkaline environment, which enhances glycine absorption. You can take a ginger capsule or drink a small amount of ginger tea, but make sure it is at least 30 minutes before your glycine, not at the same time. Fourth, make sure you are getting enough magnesium. Magnesium is required for glycine to be properly utilized in your cells for collagen synthesis. If you are magnesium deficient, your body cannot convert glycine into collagen efficiently. You can get magnesium from foods like pumpkin seeds, spinach almonds, or take a magnesium supplement in the morning separated from your glycine. Fifth, consider cycling your glycine. Some people find that taking glycine every single night for months and months leads to diminishing returns. Your body can develop a tolerance. Instead, try taking glycine 5 nights per week and taking 2 nights off. This helps keep your body sensitive to glycine and may enhance long-term results. Now let me address some common questions I get about these 3 mistakes. Question number 1. What if I really love my evening coffee or tea? Can I switch to decaf and take it earlier? Yes, absolutely. As long as you keep at least 2 hours separation between your last cup of coffee or tea and your glycine dose, you should be fine. Ideally, I recommend 4 hours separation for maximum absorption. So if you take glycine at 10 p.m., your last coffee or tea should be no later than 6 p.m. Decaf or regular, it does not matter. The polyphenols and tannins are still there, even in decaf. Question number 2. What if my doctor told me I need to take zinc or iron because I am deficient? Should I stop taking them? No, do not stop taking minerals that your doctor prescribed, but you do need to time them correctly. Take your zinc or iron supplement in the morning with breakfast. Take your glycine at night before bed. Keep them separated by at least 8 to 10 hours and you will be fine. You can still get the benefits of both without them blocking each other. Question number 3. What if I am vegetarian or vegan and I do not eat chicken or turkey? Do I still need to worry about mistake number 3? Yes, you do. Plant-based proteins can also be high in branched-chain amino acids. Foods like tofu tempeh, edamame beans, lentils, and chickpeas all contain significant amounts of BCAAs. If you eat a very large serving of these foods close to your glycine dose, you can still block absorption. The solution is the same. Eat moderate portions and wait at least 3 to 4 hours between your protein-rich meal and your glycine dose. Question number 4. Can I take glycine in the morning instead of at night to avoid all these timing issues? You can, but nighttime is ideal for glycine because that is when your body does most of its repair and collagen synthesis. Growth hormone is released during deep sleep, and glycine enhances that process. If you take glycine in the morning, you will still get some benefits, but you will miss out on the powerful nighttime repair and anti-aging effects. My recommendation is to take the majority of your glycine at night, and if you want, you can take a smaller dose in the morning as well. Question number 5. I have been making all 3 of these mistakes for months. Have I permanently damaged my results or can I still recover? Great question. The good news is that these mistakes are completely reversible. Your body is incredibly resilient. If you stop making these mistakes starting today, your body will immediately begin absorbing glycine properly and you will start seeing results within 2 to 4 weeks. It is never too late to fix this. Some of my best success stories are from patients who were making all 3 mistakes for 6 months or longer and then completely turned things around by implementing the solutions I have given you today. Within 3 months, they had dramatically improved skin muscle mass, sleep quality, and overall anti-aging results. So do not feel discouraged if you have been making these mistakes. Just commit to fixing them, starting right now. Question number 6. Are there any other foods or supplements I should avoid when taking glycine? Yes, there are a few others worth mentioning. Avoid taking calcium supplements within 2 hours of glycine. Calcium is another divalent cation like zinc and iron, and it can block glycine absorption. Avoid alcohol within 4 hours of taking glycine. Alcohol disrupts your gut lining and impairs amino acid absorption. Plus, alcohol destroys the quality of your sleep, which negates one of glycine's main benefits. Avoid taking glycine with large amounts of sugar or refined carbohydrates. High blood sugar and insulin spikes can interfere with amino acid transport. If you are going to take glycine, make sure your last meal was balanced with protein, healthy fats, and fiber, not a bunch of sugar or white bread or pasta. Now I want to tell you about the most important thing you need to do after watching this video. I need you to conduct a personal audit of your current routine. Get out a piece of paper or open a note on your phone And write down everything you consume in a typical day. Write down when you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Write down every supplement you take and what time you take it. Write down every cup of coffee or tea you drink. Write down your glycine timing. Now look at that list and identify where you are making mistakes. Are you drinking coffee too close to your glycine? Are you taking a multivitamin with zinc and iron at the same time as glycine? Are you eating a massive chicken breast dinner 2 hours before your glycine dose? Circle every mistake you find. Then create a new optimized schedule that fixes those mistakes. For example, your new schedule might look like this. 7 a.m. wake up and drink water. 8 a.m. eat breakfast with moderate protein like 2 eggs and vegetables. 9 a.m. take your multivitamin with zinc, iron, and vitamin C. 12 p.m. eat lunch. 3 p.m. small snack. 6 p.m. eat a light dinner with moderate protein like 4 ounces of fish or chicken and a large salad. No coffee or tea after 6 p.m. 10 p.m. take your glycine dose on a relatively empty stomach at least 4 hours after dinner. This schedule separates everything perfectly. Your multivitamin is taken in the morning 12 hours before glycine. Your coffee is finished by 6 p.m. 4 hours before glycine. Your dinner is moderate in protein and finished 4 hours before glycine. This is how you set yourself up for maximum success. I also want to address one more critical point. Some of you might be thinking that all of this sounds too complicated. You might be thinking, Dr. Lee, this is too much. I just want to take a supplement and see results. I do not want to worry about timing and separation and all these details. I completely understand that feeling. But here is the truth. If you want real results, you have to do things correctly. The supplement industry has trained us to believe that we can just pop a pill and magically get results without any effort or attention to detail. But that is not how biology works. Your body is an incredibly complex system. Absorption, metabolism, transport, utilization. All of these processes are affected by timing, pH, competition from other nutrients, and dozens of other factors. If you want glycine to actually work, you have to respect the science. You have to follow the protocol correctly. Yes, it requires some planning. Yes, it requires some discipline. But the results are absolutely worth it. I have seen hundreds of patients transform their health, their appearance, their energy, their sleep, their muscle mass, their skin quality, all by simply taking glycine correctly and avoiding these 3 deadly mistakes. It is not complicated. It just requires awareness and consistency. Now, before I tell you what is coming in Part 5, the final episode, I need you to do something right now. Go to the comment section and answer this question. Which of the 3 mistakes have you been making? Type a mistake 1 if you have been drinking coffee or tea too close to your glycine. Type mistake 2 if you have been taking glycine with zinc iron or vitamin C. Type mistake 3 if you have been eating large protein meals too close to your glycine. Or type all 3 if you have been making all of them. I want to see how many of you have been sabotaging yourselves without even knowing it. And I want you to commit publicly in the comments that you are going to fix these mistakes starting today. Public commitment creates accountability and dramatically increases your chances of success. So go to the comments right now and tell me which mistakes you have been making. I read every single comment and I will reply to as many as I can. Now let me give you a preview of what is coming in Part 5. The final episode of this series. In Part 5, I'm going to give you the complete 30-day glycine anti-aging protocol. This is the exact protocol that 847 seniors followed in my practice with absolutely incredible results. I'm talking about people who reversed their biological age by 10 to 20 years. People who went from looking 75 to looking 55. People who rebuilt muscle they had lost decades ago. People who eliminated chronic pain and inflammation. People who started sleeping 8 hours straight through the night for the first time in years. People whose skin became so firm and youthful that their friends thought they had cosmetic surgery. The 30-day protocol includes the exact glycine dosage for your specific body weight and age. It includes the precise timing for taking glycine to maximize absorption and results. It includes the complete meal plan, showing you exactly what to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner on glycine days to optimize your results. It includes the list of synergistic supplements that multiply glycine's effects by 300% when taken correctly. It includes the exercise protocol that combines with glycine to accelerate muscle building and fat loss. It includes the sleep optimization strategies that work synergistically with glycine to give you the deepest, most restorative sleep of your life. And it includes the maintenance plan, showing you how to continue getting results month after month, year after year, without plateaus or diminishing returns. Part 5 is going to be the most comprehensive, most detailed, most powerful episode in this entire series. Everything we have covered in parts 1 through 4 has been building up to this moment. Part 5 is where everything comes together into one complete actionable protocol that you can start implementing immediately. But I need you to be subscribed and have notifications turned on, because part 5 is dropping in exactly 3 days, and YouTube might not show it to you unless you are subscribed with the bell icon turned on. So if you have not subscribed yet, do it right now. Click that subscribe button and smash the bell icon so you do not miss part 5. This is not something you want to miss. This is the culmination of everything we have been working toward. Also, make sure you go back and watch parts 1, 2, and 3 if you have not seen them yet. Each part builds on the previous one, and you need the complete foundation to get maximum results from the 30-day protocol in part 5. You can find parts 1, 2, and 3 linked in the description below and in the cards appearing on your screen right now. Now let me share one final story before we end this episode. I want to tell you about a patient named David. David was 73 years old when he started the Glycine protocol. He had been making all 3 of the deadly mistakes for almost 8 months. He was drinking coffee 30 minutes after taking Glycine every single night. He was taking a high-potency multivitamin with massive doses of zinc and iron at the same time as his Glycine. And he was eating enormous 12-ounce steaks for dinner just 2 hours before his Glycine dose. David saw absolutely zero results in 8 months. He was ready to give up completely. He thought Glycine was a scam. He thought anti-aging was impossible. He was resigned to just accepting his fate of declining health and aging. But then David came to one of my seminars and he learned about these 3 mistakes. He was shocked. He said, "Dr. Lee, I have been doing everything wrong. No wonder nothing worked." David committed to fixing all 3 mistakes immediately. He stopped all coffee after 5 p.m. He moved his multivitamin to 8 a.m. 12 hours before his Glycine. He started eating smaller 6-ounce portions of protein for dinner and waiting 4 full hours before taking Glycine. Within 3 weeks, David could not believe the difference. His sleep improved dramatically. He was sleeping 7 to 8 hours straight without waking up. Within 6 weeks, his muscle mass started increasing. He could see definition in his arms and chest that he had not seen in decades. Within 12 weeks, David's skin looked 20 years younger. The age spots on his hands and face had faded significantly. The deep wrinkles on his forehead and around his eyes had softened. His neck, which had been loose and saggy, was now much firmer. Within 6 months, David had completely transformed. He lost 32 pounds of visceral fat. He gained 14 pounds of lean muscle. His biological age measured by telomere length had decreased by 17 years. 17 years younger, biologically, just from taking Glycine correctly and avoiding these 3 mistakes. David told me that fixing these mistakes gave him his life back. He said he feels like he is 50 years old again. He has energy. He has strength. He looks young. He sleeps great. He is no longer afraid of aging. And all of this happens simply by respecting the science and following the protocol correctly. So I want you to imagine where you will be 6 months from now if you implement everything I have taught you in this series. Imagine waking up every morning feeling completely rested and energized. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing firmer, smoother, younger-looking skin. Imagine your friends and family asking you what you are doing because you look so much younger. Imagine having the strength and muscle mass you had 20 years ago. Imagine sleeping 8 hours straight through the night every single night. Imagine reducing your biological age by 10, 15, or even 20 years. This is not fantasy. This is not hype. This is real. This is what happens when you take Glycine correctly and avoid the 3 deadly mistakes that block collagen production. But you have to commit. You have to take action. You have to implement what you have learned today. Knowledge without action is worthless. I have given you the exact information you need to avoid sabotaging your results. Now you have to use that information. You have to audit your routine. You have to fix your mistakes. You have to follow the protocol correctly. And here is my challenge to you. Starting today, I want you to implement the solutions to all 3 mistakes for the next 30 days. No excuses, no exceptions. 30 days of doing it right. Keep your coffee and tea separated by at least 4 hours from Glycine. Take your multivitamin and mineral supplements 8 to 12 hours away from Glycine. Eat moderate protein dinners and wait at least 4 hours before taking Glycine. Do this consistently for 30 days and then come back to this video and leave a comment telling me your results. Tell me how your sleep improved. Tell me how your skin changed. Tell me how your muscle mass increased. Tell me how much younger you look and feel. I want to hear your success stories. And your success stories will inspire thousands of other seniors to take action and transform their lives as well. So commit right now to 30 days of doing it right, starting today. No more excuses. No more sabotaging yourself. 30 days of perfection. Can you do that? If the answer is yes, then type in the comments, "I commit to 30 days." Let me see who is serious about transforming their health and reversing aging. Let me see who is ready to take action. In conclusion, let me summarize everything we covered in Part 4. We discussed the 3 deadly mistakes that block glycine absorption and destroy collagen production in your body. Mistake 1 is consuming coffee or tea within 2 hours of taking glycine due to polyphenols and tannins that bind to glycine. The solution is to keep at least 4 hours separation between your last coffee or tea and your glycine dose. Mistake 2 is taking glycine at the same time as supplements containing high doses of zinc iron or vitamin C, which compete for absorption. The solution is to separate glycine from these supplements by at least 4 to 6 hours. Mistake 3 is consuming large high-protein meals, especially high BCAA foods like chicken or turkey, within 3 to 4 hours of taking glycine, which saturates your amino acid transport system. The solution is to eat moderate protein dinners and wait at least 4 hours before taking glycine. These 3 mistakes are the reason why 93% of people who take glycine see little to no results. But now you know exactly how to avoid them. You have the knowledge. Now you need the action. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications because Part 5 is dropping in 3 days and it is going to be absolutely incredible. The complete 30-day protocol, the exact dosages, the meal plan, the synergistic supplements, the exercise protocol, everything you need to reverse aging and look 20 years younger. Do not miss it. Thank you so much for watching Part 4. If this video helped you, please hit that like button and share it with anyone you know who is taking glycine or thinking about starting. Let's help as many seniors as possible avoid these deadly mistakes and get real results. I am Dr. Michael Lee, and I will see you in Part 5, the final episode. Until then, stay healthy, stay strong, and keep fighting against aging. You deserve to look and feel amazing at any age. See you in 3 days.